Thank you to everybody, and thank you for your answers. I would like to ask you for a question that it's important. It's very important for me, and maybe for others. Sometimes I have a problem with the people who I love more. And the problem is the intolerance, the lack of tolerance. And I would like to know if you can help me to develop my tolerance, because I am aware in the moment that it happens, but I don't know what to do, because it always happens when I'm with the other person, and always is with a person that I love a lot. So this is my question.
So dear respected Thai, dear community, so I just want to confirm your question. My brother confirmed that you feel intolerant. You are with your loved one. When we love someone, and if I speak for myself, if I do love someone, I wish them to be happy, and I have some idea of their happiness, of what will make them happy, and then I will wish them to follow a certain path for them to be happy and not to suffer. And so this idea can bring intolerance. That means like I am sure that this is the way they should be, or they should be acting or speaking. But so the question to ask is, am I sure that this is the right way for them? And it's to see too, am I intolerant with myself? Do I love myself the way I am, with my unskillfulness and with my beauty and everything I can offer? So it's to look to come back to ourselves. Do I embrace myself, or do I don't love myself the way I am 100%? Do I embrace fully suffering, happiness, or do I don't tolerate certain aspect of myself? So because this is reflecting in the other person, this intolerance. So is to look first, to look when I feel, oh, this person, I love this person, and we feel the intolerance, so we don't, if there is a judgment in us, is to look which part of myself it's touched there, which part of myself which is suffering, and then is to see to open ourselves to discover this great, I will call it this great mystery that we are, and that every person is, and to kind of open ourselves to listen, and listen to ourselves, listen to them, and have an encounter, a true encounter with them, and is to simply when the seed of, because I can see is a seed of judgment, maybe which is there, so is to see the seed of judgment springing up into our head. And I remember many years ago, and when I was still a novice, then I could recognize in me this seed of judgment, which can come in many different forms, because our mind is very. It's a wonderful tool, but it can trick us in many different ways. So present itself in many different disguised. And I asked one of my elder sister, and it stayed with me. I remember we were traveling, and we were in a bus, and I asked her the question, and she said, simply when you recognize a seed which comes up, just simply recognize it, mere recognition, and it was very simple words, and we share about it. But I know that these simple things change completely, because I train myself to look this seed of judgment coming up in me towards myself, towards others, and slowly then this mental formation, which we call, which is coming back, and then it's slowly diminished and fade away. And if you remember, during the panel sharing, Vari, she shared that the scientists, they found that we have 80,000 thoughts a day, and maybe among these 80,000 thoughts, there is maybe a lot which is about judgment or intolerance, and it can come in different way. And so it's just simply mere recognition, and it really it's what the practice that helped me and embrace myself and embrace the other person. And one thing too is to I know you say in English, in French is exigeante. You say in English demanding. So to be demanding towards ourselves or towards others. So to have a very high expectation about ourselves and others, and this is to feeding intolerance. So it's like I have a daughter. I was married before I became a nun, and she's 35. And recently we did a pilgrimage together. We walked from Florence to Assisi, because something we like to do together. But during the trip, at certain point, she told me, "Mom, you're too exigeant with me, too demanding with me." And made me reflect, because I love her very much. And what did I do to her as this? But it comes from our own inner energy. And because we love them, we want them to be happy. So that's my idea, is to do whatever she wants. But she wants me to do what do I feel it's good for me, and so it's very like that. So made me reflect to see and practice with this. Still practice, so you can learn. From your beloved one, ask them. Yeah, that's my answer. Thank you so much for your question.